Hey, what's up guys, ELP Modeling here and welcome to another unboxing on a Sunday. I hope you've had a good weekend and I hope you have an even better week as well. So this weekend we're looking at the Subaru Legacy GTW wing version from Fujimi. So we'll start off with the decal. You get Legacy semi-blank JDM number plates as well, dials, lots of GT ones as well. And then specifically some Legacy B4 plates that are for this kit and then some B4 badges as well. So, let's take a look what is in the box. Instructions, there is a link in the description as always guys. Couple of parts that aren't used. You get two sets of bumpers in here. Some spoilers that aren't used, etc. But, you know, nothing major, but plenty of spares, which is always good. So, let's show you the clear parts then. Fujimi released a lot of these kits as a series, the GTW wing sets. I'm not quite sure they work, you know, in nowadays, but they just sort of look tacked on a bit really, but you've got the windshield and side windows, estate rear light, which isn't used of course, headlights, and then your side repeaters and headlight inserts. Here is the actual part that you'll use for the rear lights with Legacy imprinted on that. Very nice detailing on that. But there is a big but. Look at that. Tinted windows. You all know how I feel about these. I just wish they would give it to us in clear form. And these are sort of tinted blue. It's not the backdrop. They are actually sort of tinted blue though. So let's take a look at the gorgeous body. I'm a huge fan of these cars in real life. And this kit does not disappoint. There are a couple of little bits where it does, but on the whole it's a very good kit. You've got some great detailing on the headlights, separate side repeaters that I've shown you, and the panel lines aren't too bad either. I'd still go over them again, but if you notice the side mirrors as well, there's a little hole for you to glue those in, which is great. And there are your rear lights, look, nicely detailed again. Mould lines, the usual, on top of here, all the way across, and then down there, worse on the wagon kit, but they're not too bad on this one. But the chassis is a bit of a letdown. Like every single thing is moulded in. These are identical kits, all bar a couple of little parts here and there. But the chassis, where it fits sort of widthways, isn't too bad in terms of, you know, where the side skirts sit. You could easily extend the skirts a little bit if you wanted to cover that up. Wheel arches aren't too bad either. Again, they're a little bit shallow compared to the outside, but, you know, nothing major. Detailing on it is very nice. Again, you know, the moulded in bits do let it down, but on the whole, it's pretty good. Now, onto some more body parts. This spoiler isn't used, I believe. And I think these pieces here are for the roof. You've got your side mirrors there, and then your inserts. And then this gorgeous bonnet with the vent in. That's really nice. And it's actually a ventler. It's not just moulded in. Let's take a look at some more chassis bits here then. We've got the anti-roll bar and a cover. Differential there. Your fuel tank. Some tabs for the wheels. And then you've got the exhaust sections there as well. Your final chassis pieces are here. These pieces aren't used. However, these can be used to lower the car, which is great. You just attach them to whichever end you'd want it, whether you want it lowered or not. Now the detailing on the suspension itself is brilliant. Nice thick springs, nicely in scale as well. And you've got some great looking brakes as well. A couple of little marks on those, which I'm hoping will be covered when they're primered, but we can only wait to see. You've got the rear subframe and then the front area with the lower arms and then your steering arm as well. Now I've managed to get to some more body parts now. We've got some side skirts there which are included, and then you get these two different bumpers. I'll show you the one that are on the box in a minute, but this is sort of the standard one that is included. Fog light areas are moulded in, and then you've got the rear bumper there. The fitment on these is fantastic. As you can see here, the fitment's fantastic. You may need a little bit of extra styrene just to pad out the bits near the wheel arches, just to give it that bit of rigidity and to aid in fitment, but apart from that, you know, they're spot on. Now here is the bumper set that is pictured on the box. Really nice. Separate detailing for the fog lights again, which is nice. Lovely details on those. You've got the parcel shelf there. I'm not entirely sure what that tiny little piece is there. You've got another exhaust tip actually, so that makes 3 that you get. You then get the rear wiper, a spoiler, and then your beautiful mesh grille. And then your center headrest for the interior, which brings us on to the interior, starting off with your dashboard, which is beautifully molded, some nice details on there, No obvious sink marks that I can see. And we've got some front wipers and the usual interior bits. Steering wheel, steering column. You've got a rear wiper by the looks of it. And you do have the choice of whether you have it automatic or manual. Handbrake and then some number plates. Back on now, this is the second half of the interior. You've got these wonderful seats. They're shiny black, so they are like next to impossible to show you on camera, but they are really nice. The best bit is they're not empty at the back. So they do need a little bit of loving on here. And then you're going to have some fantastic looking seats. Now, onto the actual interior. This is the frustrating bit. You've got the rear part, but it's just going to be sort of hidden due to the tinted windows. But you know, it's not a bad interior. There's a little bit of detail lacking on the door cards, which again is like impossible to show you. But yeah, it's pretty good. Center console would have been nice if that was separate. Now there's two things left to show you. The GTW wing, which is included. These come in a separate set as well. There is an unboxing at the top there if you want to go and see the set that they come in. And they're not bad. They're very 90s looking. They're not my favourite wing if I'm honest, but you know, they're not bad. I'm not sure they would suit this car at all, but you could go for like a semi-race look. That'd be quite cool. Not with these wheels, however. These are the standard wheels, which in their own right are nicely detailed. The tyres are a little bit on the balloon side, and there is that exhaust tip that I mentioned to you earlier. You can see here that there's a fair bit of flash on the tyres as usual in the middle, and then you've got that female fitment, and that is of course standard on all later Fujimi kits. So on the whole, it's one of Fujimi's better kits really. Massive point letdown for the chassis and then another letdown for the tinted windows. Personally, I'm going to rate it 8 out of 10. It loses those 2 points, obviously, with the chassis. I think the other point of the tinted windows is probably a personal thing, but it would have just been nice to have sort of the choice between the two. That would have been great, or even just clear and we'll tint them ourselves. But let me know what you think, guys. Have you built one? Show me some photos on Facebook or Instagram. Tag me. I've never seen many of these built, and I love them. I don't know why, just real soft spot for these cars. But you can hit me up on social media, of course, Facebook, Instagram, and on the web. Have a good week, guys. I hope you had a brilliant weekend, and I'll see you in the upcoming videos. Take it easy. Bye-bye.